they asked, should mentorship be free? And I said no. Like, I don't think that mentorship should be free. I think mentorship is like coaching, and they're interchangeable. People say that, well, one of the statements was that coaching should be, you should pay for coaching, but mentorship should be free. And I said mentorship is
Yeah.
still, you got to value the time with a mentor. So why would I want to just take something for nothing? I don't want to take anything for nothing. I want to let the universe be on alert that I'm here and I'm willing to pay the price of what it takes to get what it is I need and what I feel like I deserve. So I'm not trying to rob nobody or steal something or always get something for nothing. I want to do a fair exchange. And
That's amazing that I actually was on. I actually had this very conversation with somebody the other day. They were discussing the 48 laws of power. And one of the 48 laws of power is despise the free meal.
yep.
But I guess it's like the reverse, because I rebutted and said, no, you've got to be in a space where you're willing to accept your abundance.
Mm.
So when somebody is offering you something, even not in exchange for a service or a product, you have to be willing to say, I accept it and thank you. You know, um, and it's like, oh no, but I don't want to be in the position where I'm the taker. What if that was me? But it's like when you give a homeless person on the street $5, you don't say, oh gosh, well, if they said, oh no, that's okay, what would you do?
Mm.
They accept their abundance, when it comes to them. And so, like you said, we have to get in the habit of accepting our abundance. Microsoft, Amazon, all of these multi-billion-dollar companies would not exist if people did not allow those people to sleep on their couch, in their workout of their garage, and they accepted that free help.
But is it necessarily free at that point? Is there still like there's some sort of exchange medium with the universe? It said, for instance, if I'm able to, um, I'm sleeping on the couch, but when I get up, my ideas are fresh. So I'm gonna get to work on this project immediately because I don't have to worry about commuting, getting stuck in traffic, this, that, and the other. Chad Ochocinco, the football player, he said the first 2 years that he played football for the Bengals, he actually stayed in the players' lounge. He didn't leave it. He never left the stadium. Like he did
Oh
not leave
wow,
the
I didn't
stadium.
know that.
So, but he was a beast. He was like he worked with the second team offense so that he can go up against the number one defense. He's like, because he understood it, being on the number one offense, you're not getting the best defense. You're getting the scout team. You're getting the makeshift team that just tries to get you ready. But when he went go work out with the scout team, that means he's getting the number one defense. He's getting the number one cornerback. He's getting their best, and so it sharpened him and made him better. So it's like, again, like I don't have a problem with receiving anymore. Trust me, I used to. I don't have a problem at all receiving, but I do say that in order to receive, you have to be open to being able to receive. I don't have a problem giving.
Yes,
So like in my mind, I'm like it's
yes,
an exchange for me. I give so I can receive. I receive so I can give, and it's a cycle. I keep it going, but I don't always want to like I said, I just don't want to always be the person that is trying to hustle something, trying to get a freebie here and there because I'm not afraid
right.
to pour my
Now,
resources out.
yes, that's totally true. And I think that's where we have to read the scenario, because a lot of us are conditioned, a lot of us could have had the next Bill Gates in our family.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so quick to tell somebody, oh, you better hurry up and get a job so you can participate in these bills, or you better hurry up and get a job where it looks like you're not doing anything. You're always fiddling with that computer, or you're always trying to do this. If so many of us would have had patience with the process of someone trying to create something, we don't know who could have been within our own family dynamics to surpass Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or whomever. We don't know
Right.
because a lot of us don't value that creative spark that many of us have, and we're not prepared to give on that level. And a lot of us, we need to accumulate and we need to manifest that level of wealth within our families so that we can do those types of things without the pressure and just gauge it. Say, okay, do they get up and they're earnestly working on this project on a day-to-day basis? Do they earnestly have a vision that I can definitely see where that's going? Napoleon Hill, when he wrote, he says at the beginning of the conversation, was it the conversation with the devil, outwitting the devil? That he was in some financial ruin and he had to stay in somebody's house out of state for a long time. So where would we be without those bodies of works and without these things these creators have made? Um, Again, we got to tap in, and that's being in tune with self, understanding uh, when you feel the extension of a service that you want to give, and you feel like this is some usury. That's discernment. And as long as you can trust yourself, and you have to know yourself well enough to trust yourself, as long as you can trust yourself, you able to give freely. You're able to give and receive freely. Let me say that. You're able to give and receive freely as long as you know yourself and can trust yourself.
And before I go any further, let me do this. I'm going to reintroduce everybody here because apparently we were been trying to stream this thing to Facebook and it has not been working. So I am being joined here by a very dynamic coach, mentor, uh, just a dynamite person, Amira Shaw, uh, who I met in Atlanta, who now resides in Houston, Texas, doing great things. She's joining us here with on the Manifest Destiny mini conference, which is we're basically doing this thing. This is the 10-year anniversary of my Manifest Destiny platform, and I just wanted to share this moment with you before the end of the year because guess what? A lot of things have gone on this year in 2020. A lot of things have not gone according to plans, but here we are, and you could throw in the towel. You could, just create and declare this is just the worst year ever. Some of those things maybe actually be factual. I won't say true, but factual. But at the end of the day, we're here and we got to make some plays. We got to do some things to make things better for each other and your own households. So I brought in an expert with these types of things, the beginnings and endings of things, to help us, get prepared for 2021. And so, Amira, I'm gonna turn it back over to you. Um, it's crazy. It started to sound like a Clubhouse conversation. They always talk about resetting the room and
You do that. Reset the room.
reset the room.
Isn't it crazy how that lingo catches on fast?
Yeah, like everybody says it.
Yes.
So we were discussing
One mic.
we were discussing just gratitude. We were having a great conversation about gratitude that unfortunately many of you will not see because we just couldn't record it. We thought it was recording, it just wasn't recording. So you're gonna get what we got here. It's still good stuff. So Amira, tell us more about your take on what gratitude means and how we can use it in such times as this.
Well, gratitude is powerful. I think a lot of us are very familiar. I think over the last 5 or 10 years, 10 years is how long you've been doing the Manifest Destiny conference. And through these years, gratitude has become more prevalent around, or the phrase. But I'm a real gratitude practitioner. I have gratitude groups on Telegram and on just a text group. And we push ourselves at the end of the night to think of 3 things that we are grateful for. I always tell people my number one prayer is thank you. Just thank you for whatever I have in the moment. I am grateful. And what ends up happening is it everything is multiplied. And I can tell you this, ever since I've been practicing uh, thank you and gratitude and with a pure heart, I haven't lacked anything ever. I have never lacked anything whilst I've been super grateful for everything. And and gratitude is difficult, especially in a year like 2020 when we've been, we've had to sit in the house. We can't move about like we used to. It's we can't even breathe how we want to breathe, because everybody tells you, oh, you can just be grateful for the air you breathe. Well, now our masks have complicated that, right? So that shuts down sometimes our gratitude muscle. But what I want to do is eat in those times that it seems like gratitude is very hard to reach for. That's when you start reaching and say, what can I look around and be earnestly thankful for? So I can talk about gratitude all night, but that's my 2 minute soapbox gratitude moment, and just to show you how important it is. I haven't lacked a thing ever since I've been practicing fervent gratitude. So
So, I had a wise person tell me that in such times as we are facing, um, and again, people remember. Hold on, I will say this before I go any further. I am doing this from my home studio, and so you may hear my dog barking in the background. You may hear my children running. You may hear somebody call my name. So let's just let you know it can happen. But just
anything
continuing
can
on,
happen.
you may even see my toddler come and take the mic. He's done it before. He has a lot to say, but with understanding the dynamics of wins and losses, or not so much wins and losses, but um, yeah, we say wins and losses. We'll say victories or things or versus the things that we may not want to experience. I had a wise person tell me that in such situations as what's been going on with uh, in the year 2020, um, that it behooves me to begin to count more victories than losses, or celebrate. No, no, excuse me. Celebrate your victories. Celebrate your victories, no matter how big, no matter how small. Celebrate your victories. Um, with your with the practice of gratitude, how do you tell that to somebody who really has gone through some grievous things and they don't understand how to shift gears?
That's tough. Um, it is a situation. I love those wise words of celebrate your victories. you know, and victories look different at each particular stage of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was having a discussion when I was going through some very trying times. I would find myself talking all day about the trying time. This person A, would talk to me about the trying time for an hour. I would get off the phone with person A, call person B, tell person B for another hour about my trouble, go to lunch with person C, start telling them about my trouble, then leave lunch with person C, try to circle back to person A and tell them what I forgot to tell. So, what am I saying here? I was deep in complaints. I was deep in loss, right? I was reliving the loss. So the victory can look like, listen, I'm putting a time limit on this. And this is real life business that I really had to do. I put a time limit on my complaining. I let myself feel what I was feeling. I let myself feel the loss. And I would call person A. If they didn't answer, I'll call person B. I said, I'm talking about this for a half an hour. And when get to a half an hour, you stop me. And the lovely people that I have in my life held me accountable. That's a celebration. That's a celebration. So sometimes our celebrations look different, and sometimes we have to fashion our celebration around the losses. You know, um, it just is like that. I've lived long enough at this point to know that losses will occur. Um, but if anytime you're losing, quote unquote, you are learning. So is it really a loss? When you're learning, no, you're gaining something. And if you haven't understood what you have learned yet, it just means you didn't get paid just yet on that investment. So I love to celebrate. I love celebrating the victories, but I want to acknowledge, especially in 2020, that people are feeling a sense of devastation. They've lost jobs. So many marriages have been lost. Uh, Family members have been lost. Um, there has been that sense of it. So if you have been experiencing loss of a family member, loss of a job, and you have consumed your thoughts of the loss, and it's been very difficult for you to get to a celebration moment, how about you tell yourself, I'm going to watch a Netflix comedy today, and I'm going to allow myself to laugh and celebrate that. Say, oh, wow, I allowed myself to laugh and enjoy something today. So I guess in terms of wins and losses and celebrating the losses, that's what I would give for 2020. Sometimes we have to reach for it, dig for it, and reframe those celebrations. And sometimes we have to just plain out create the celebration. We have to create the win to create the celebration, and that's okay too.
Wow. And I thank you for that. I think that a lot of people are, really need to hear that, because I think the thing about it is also survivor's remorse. A lot of times people don't feel like they should be celebrating because they've lost something or they lost someone. And I think that, just letting them know that it's okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to grieve, but it's also okay to celebrate your life as well. And because again, we have to move forward, but you do have that moment, and you earn that moment to express your feelings however you feel like expressing your feelings. But again, the gratitude of the victories in even in that, I think, are powerful, and I love hearing you say that. um Another question I have for you, again, dealing with gratitude, you have been dubbed the the expert in innings and beginnings and endings rather. um how do you let go, move forward, and and give 2021 the opportunity to be something special? We know we accept that 2020 was what it was. uh we had a tough election cycle. We had so many things that go on this year. But how do you walk forward now and allow 21 to be something different? At least if not for everybody, but just for you.
Well, I wake up and try to create my day every day. But that is going to be different for all of us along the continuum, because of how 2020 played out. There's some of us, a lot, a lot of us think we had Rona before the Rona was really diagnosed. But
May
you
have
could have caught
actually.
COVID, huh?
You actually may have.
Yes. So I am one of those people. I was like, December, I didn't feel good in December.
In February,
So
hey.
it's you see? So some of us, and I have a friend that she caught it pretty early April, and she was in ICU. She
Mm.
is made a full recovery. Um, so some of us, 2020 happens at different phases and stages. The good thing about it, if you got caught up in like layoffs, business things, family members being ill and or passing, depending on because there are people still passing away as of right now. Um, so their beginning to 2020 is going to look different. they're going to be a little bit, unfortunately, less optimistic going into the new year because that hurt is fresh. And I know about grief too. And when that grief is fresh, there is absolutely nothing you can do about that. You have to just go through the grief. Um, so as far as moving forward into 2021, you have to ground yourself in what you do have, ground yourself in who you have to reach out to. Like I said, those gratitude groups. Um, I had a conversation. I get so caught up on Telegram or these apps or texting. I had realized I hadn't talked to someone in so long. We hadn't had a conversation. And it's always good to have these conversations like this because you're able to instantly connect. So, what I would challenge people to do for 2021 is make a list, because my list is consciously connect, call people. I have been doing a better job at the end of 2020 actually picking up the phone. I'm notoriously horrible at it. I love you. I just want to call you. So my
She's
thing
right.
is
She will not
pick
call you.
3 things. Nah, I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna call you. And it's my love abounds, right? But I've come to realize that it doesn't matter if my love abounds if people that I love don't know. And you can attest to this. People can attest to this. If you call me, you got me. Well, I'll talk your ear off.
It's one or the other. It's like
I'm with you.
it's either no or it's gonna be a lot. No answer
Right.
or a lot of conversation.
So it's nothing or everything. I'm an all or nothing type of person. But I challenge people in 2021 to create 3 processes that they can be grounded in, that they can do and or circle back to, whether it's choose a gratitude partner where every night you pick to text them one gratitude thing. There's no judgment. You just say, hey, can you be my gratitude partner? And at the end of the night or the end of the day or at some point in the day, I text you a gratitude moment. That's something you can ground yourself in for 2021. That's something that will move your energy forward for 2021. Um, make yourself uh, a self-enhancing tool. You know what I mean? So tell yourself you plan on drinking XYZ water. It is a goal to drink more water. Make these things tangible, achievable. Um, and I'm gonna call my mother on Sundays once a week. Whatever it is that you need to do, which I need to do because I'm not in Atlanta anymore. So I've really got to make those efforts and not let time, go by. And I think that in 2020 we really found out just how important our loved ones were because we really couldn't, especially if you have older people in your life, that you really couldn't reach out and touch people as you wanted to. So I would say going forward for 2021, create some, not New Year's resolutions, create some things you can stand on that will enhance the quality of your life. Whether it be, okay, we're going to do every third Saturday is game night for our household. Whatever you feel you can stand on in 2020 to create that good energy for yourself that doesn't require the stock market, that doesn't require your job, that doesn't require anyone else per se, except your gratitude partner. I would do that. People really think it's grand, right? People are like, oh, what do I want to do? I want to lose 50 pounds, which maybe I do. Um, but it doesn't have to be. Start with the small and grow. Those small things can really make a big difference.
Wow. I think those are good things actually. I really it's the small things that really count sometimes. Like we get so caught up, like you said, trying to do the big things. I actually put a post on Facebook. I think it was yesterday, maybe Monday. Um, and I just thought about all the things I've done in my life. I've either lived regretting the past or just hoping for the future so much that I never got a chance to really enjoy the present. And then to
Mm.
compound it in a situation like, the things we've been dealing with. I've gone through a season where I lost my parents over in a really close span of time just recently. And so I think for myself, I had a little bit of a buffer to prepare for this a little bit. I don't think you can really prepare for it, but I had some key losses, and those things kind of had me in a fog too. And that's why I'm glad I really want to hear what you had to say about you utilizing gratitude, or utilizing just the processes of going through the grief process, or going through whatever the struggle may be, whatever the challenge may be, versus just letting it beat you up, or letting it tie you down. I really feel good about what you're sharing with us now, because it helps me as well. I tell people this, that I am I'm the chef. I'm the head chef here when I do a show or something like that, but I'm eating the same food you're eating. I'm eating what I'm serving. And so, like, and I always tell you this: if you can go to a place, go any restaurant, and the chef won't eat his own cooking or her own cooking, you should not eat there either. I think I'll leave. I'll
Very
let that
true.
marinate. I'll let that marinate. But yeah. So I'm so thankful for that. So um, what is one thing really quickly? I talk about the three phases of dream realization, which I have identified as the goal, the process, and the manifestation. And the goal portion of it is where everybody gets excited. They want to. There's something they want to accomplish. It may be a new car, it may be a debt-free home, it may be finding a soulmate, it may be going traveling the world, and they set this goal. And in between the manifestation of that goal is a process, whether people like it or not. I liken it to um, baking a cake or a pie or something like that. You start in mind. You start with the beginning. You start with the end in the beginning. You think you know what you want to accomplish, and then there's this process to accomplish it. What could you tell people to keep them encouraged at that as they're going through the process? That if the goal really means that much to them, that they will make peace with the process.
Hmm. I like your analogy, of you want to bake a cake.
Mm-hmm.
I love that analogy that you use, because cake is good, right?
It is great.
Um, you have this, yeah, you have this idea in mind that you want to have this awesome outcome. You go to the store, right? That's the initial part of the process. You go to the store and you get everything that you feel that you will need to get to the end of your goal. You take stock of what you already may have at home, and then you try to fill in the gaps to get to your ultimate goal. But I don't know about you, Myles, but I have had a recipe in mind as well. And I'm thinking I had a few things at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get home and I'm missing some things. And so my cake or my recipe is now delayed. A delay in your process is not a denial of your outcome. And I think that sometimes we, get a little weary because, and some of us do. Some of us scrap the whole idea, right? Like, forget it, I won't make a cake, I'll make this. Or forget it, I won't make this recipe because I forgot that. Or some of us get on up and go back out to the store. Um, so I would say that that is the case with any and everything that we go through. We get to make decisions along the process. You are still empowered in the middle of that process. You get to make a decision. Do I want to adjust my recipe? Do I want to change what I want? Do I want to finesse it with what I have? Or do I want to go back to the store? So I think that's the part that people need to know in the process, is that you are still empowered in the middle of your process. Your goal and your manifestation can alter, switch, change, but the ultimate blessing is that you're empowered through it.
And I love that one too. I talk about that process a lot, and I know for myself, there's times where I've been like so deep in the process, I want the process just to end, just be over. I'm just tired. I'm tired of pulling the sword out the fight. I want to get to the promised land while I'm still young. And I think that a lot of times it's just going through those processes, just going through, just understanding that there's something better out there, that you want to get to the finish line, you want to get to the cake. Now, this is one thing I realized. My mother had me in the kitchen with her many times, and she showed me certain things. I would tell people right now, I am not the type of person who could clean greens. Like, God bless you if you like to clean greens. That ain't me. I saw what my mother would go through, sometimes cutting her fingers and stuff like that, trying to get those. No, I'm like, so I learned quickly that if I was going to help her, it wasn't going to be doing that. So I got good at making pie. And that's how I understand about the process of making cake. If you, there's some people who, if you think about it like this, a cake, if you put it in the oven for about 30 minutes, let's say the recipe calls for a 60-minute bake time, you put it in the oven for 30 minutes, to the naked eye, if you look in there in about 30 minutes, it looks done.
Mm.
But if you were to pull it out at 30 minutes, the inside is still a gooey mess. So you can maybe eat the sides of it off of it, but you wouldn't be able to enjoy the cake or the pie as it was designed, because it has a process that has to be completed to give you the manifestation of what it is you truly want. And so I'd say it like this. I want people to hear it carefully, that there's nothing wrong with enduring the process. There's nothing wrong with going through and making sure that the things that need to be in place are allowed to be in place and are allowed to continue to um, bake, if you will. Some stuff is not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the manifestation isn't ready when you want it to be ready. Holding all things constant. Hey, if the oven is right, if the ingredients went in smoothly, you know, you can guarantee that in 60 minutes it'll be done. But even when that 60
But you
minutes is
get
up,
in, you start smelling that cake. You start
right?
smelling that cake. It starts smelling good.
That's where discipline comes in, because an undisciplined person would go in there and again start eating the part of it that's done, and then leave the carcass for everybody else. So even that cake, that pie, it has a purpose, and the purpose is, although it's for your enjoyment, it's also for everybody else's enjoyment too. So the life of your dreams, and I say it like this, you're gonna hear me say this a lot: the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And so when you understand that the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it, that means that no matter what goes on, no matter what you have to go through, that the thing that you want, you deserve it. It empowers you to go through the process. It empowers you to be able to, I don't want to keep using the word endure. It's accept. It gives you, it empowers you to accept the process. Sometimes things ain't
Mm-hmm.
peachy keen all the time. Sometimes they aren't sugary sweet all the time. But if you can just believe, all things are possible. If you can believe that you deserve it, you'll fight tooth and nail for what's yours, or you will let the process be what it needs to be for what's yours. And so I want to give you that piece of wisdom. Just, bake the cake. Let the cake do what it needs to do. Even when you take, and here's the next thing,
Yeah.
even once it comes
So
out
you
the
can have
oven,
the full manifestation. Yes. So you
Get
can have
this,
the full manifestation, not half baked. You have the full manifestation of what you set out to do. I love that.
because one thing people don't realize, if you eat raw cake batter, it can kill you. It can make you sick
Well, that
sick as a
was
dog.
important information.
Yeah, it can literally kill you.
Okay.
You're not really supposed to eat raw cake batter because it has eggs in it. And so
Mm.
if you don't let the process play out, it can destroy you. It can destroy the thing that you really want, that you deserve, that you should have. And it takes discipline, it takes courage, it takes just the willingness to be in the energy of deservingness. I can go on for days with this. So I know we don't have a lot of time, but I can go on for days with this.
Oh, I'm listening.
And so
I'm
the
I'm I'm tuned in.
the point
I'm
the point
tuned
I
into
make
this one.
the point I make about this is that, I want to see people, win. That's why we do what we do. I want to see people win in 2021. You know, financially, physically. There's some things that, even with that this pandemic has exposed to us, that we take our health for granted. We take a lot of things for granted that if we just didn't have to, if we didn't have to battle certain things, it can give us a little bit more peace in dealing with this process. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I can tell you myself, I need to get in better shape. I owe it to my
Me too.
offspring, my family, to get in better shape, because I don't want them to, have that experience of not having me here. You know, I've had issues with health concerns, but so there's a process there. So I want to lose weight, or I want to become this person, or I want to accomplish this thing, or I want to bring something to the house. My goal is such and such. There's a specific process that will bring that to pass. So if I'm saying I want to lose 100 pounds, and you see me eating a whole cake by myself, do I really, am I really fond of the process that's necessary to get me to where I want to go, or am I really,
Listen.
disciplined enough to finish that? So we have to check ourselves too, because if you really want to be great, you can be great. I mean, that's what I can attest to on that. If you really want it, you can have it. If you really want to be something, to have something, to do something, you can be, you can do, you can have whatever it is you truly want. The life of your dreams is wonderful, and you deserve it. So with that, Amira, give us, so when I say that, I mean, because I see your eyes light up when I say that. What does that mean to you when you hear me
Mm-hmm.
say the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it?
You know what? Listen, I've been rocking with Myles. I've been rocking with you for a while. And if I'm really transparent, it meant so. This is 10-year anniversary of the Manifest Destiny. 10 years ago, the life of my dreams looked so very different than it looks now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the life of my dreams in my mind 10 years ago was very grand. I had a palatial house and, you know, this and this and that. And you acquire some things and you figure out things about palatial houses and partnership and all this other stuff. When I hear I deserve the life of my dreams, I hear I deserve to wake up every day and experience happiness. I deserve to wake up daily and experience gratitude, peace. That's what I hear. Those are my value concepts now. Does that make sense? Like back
Absolutely.
10 years, just a decade ago, you would have I would have visualized the life of my dreams as a lot of things, monetary things. And this is important for 2020 because sometimes some of us have had to reel back things. I know families, 3 families living in a 2-bedroom apartment, one in the one bedroom, one in the living room, and one in the other bedroom. Like some people have had to roll things back. But now when I think of the life of my dreams, I think that I wake up peaceful, happy, healthy, and this gonna sound like some cocky-ish, but it's not. I might not be able to go grab anything I want. Like if I wanted a Rolex right now, I'm gonna be honest with everybody, I can't go grab that right now. But there isn't too much that I can't go get that I want. And that is one of the things that I probably was in the life of my dreams. If I want a steak, medium Pittsburgh style, I can go get that right now. If I want fresh seafood crab legs, I can go get that right now. If I want to go get some Jordans, I can go get that right now. Um, do I? No, I still don't have any Jordans. Somebody was like, "You don't have J's? I don't have any J's."
I'm from Detroit.
But
Jay's Michael Jordan's still the
um,
enemy.
like so, like that is my dream life, and so to a certain extent, I'm living my dream.
Mhm.
I live my dream. I wake up peaceful. I wake up happy. I wake up with something. I wake up with the ability to celebrate gratitude, and it is not lost on me. I think that some people have that same experience that, you know, I make my decisions. Like I get to ask myself what I want. And that is a blessing because there was a time in my life where I could barely buy toilet paper. I have three kids, a mother trying to make ends meet and make the bills, get the bills paid, and I going to the grocery store with $30 for the whole week. There was a time when that was the case. So me being able to go get what I want and go grow, you know, hold on, I'm about to get emotional. To be able to walk in the HEB or Publix, Kroger, Safeway, wherever you at, I walk in the grocery store and I get whatever the hell I want and I check out. I don't tabulate a damn thing. That's the life of my dreams. And I know I deserve that. Um, I don't know if you remember that Whole Foods in Atlanta that was on Roswell Road. Um, I've always been sort of health conscious, and I was in there kind of counting my pennies as I did as a young mother of three. And this man walked past me. He said, "How are you, Queen?" And I said, "I'm good. I'm fine. Try not to spend too much." And that man stopped me and he told me, "You get what you want. You get what you want." And it threw me. It threw me. What do you get what I want? And as I was going through the aisles of the grocery store, getting whatever I wanted, that his voice came back to me, because somewhere along the lines, I start believing him that I could just get what I wanted. Um, so yes, that was I hated to go all the way around, but I'm living in some of my dreams. I'm living the manifestation of some of my dreams. I'm living my manifest destiny at this point in many aspects. Um, so part of that is being connected to you. You know, what if I had never met Myles and nobody told me that I was worthy of that or I deserved the life of my dreams? What if I hadn't? And then I had confirmation over the years. So that's the blessing is that I'm living in some of my dreams right now. And since I've had the blessing to see them come to fruition, I'm just get excited about various other aspects to my destiny and to my dreams being manifest.
It's wow. One thing I'm gonna add to that is that in that experience of the life of your dreams, it doesn't mean everything's perfect. like you said, and I really appreciate you just being so transparent there. It doesn't mean everything's perfect. It means that I choose to be happy in the present. It means that, yeah,
Yes.
there's, like Meek Mill said, there's levels to this thing. You know, maybe you don't walk in the store and get a Rolex, but you can get a good watch nonetheless.
Hell
You
yeah.
might not be going to pick up the Rolls Royce just yet. I mean, I personally, as you know, I am a huge fan of the Rolls Royce Ghost. They did a reboot of it this year, and it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely phenomenal. Um, I told my son one day, you know, there's no way. I mean, where I live right now, I couldn't bring a Rolls Royce home, so I'm not ready for it yet. So with that in mind, I have to be thankful for where I am today and understand that the levels that I want to go to, that's part of my deservingness too. I deserve that as well. I deserve to be able to elevate. I deserve that. That's part of life of my dreams, is being able
Yes.
to elevate. And so, but also being, going back to everything you said 10 years ago, this is one of the first things that I would tell people at the conference, was that don't ever give up, don't ever quit on your dreams. That was the hallmark of everything I talked about. I'm the practitioner of not giving up. Sometimes I ask myself,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you just walk away from it? I mean, everybody else, if somebody else would have just left it a long time ago. I'm not that guy. I have I really see things differently, and I believe in the dreams of the dreamer. I believe in the visions of the visionary. I believe in the goals of the go getter, and that's who calls me most times to get my energy, to get me to talk, and get me to coach, and get me to speak, is the person that needs to hear that. I've had people tell me, like, you're being cocky, because most times when you ask me how am I doing, I tell you I'm phenomenal. Thanks. I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal as usual. Actually, that was the phrase I coined it so much people had gotten tired of hearing it. I'm phenomenal as usual. That's my norm. It's phenomenal. I don't want to go back to the times where I was sad and depressed because I wasn't able to do this, I wasn't able to do that, or you know, I look, I've been in places, my parents didn't always have all the things that they wanted, and they sometimes struggled through the process. I grew up in the 80s in Detroit during the middle of the crack epidemic. That was a harsh time. Those are hard
Yes.
times. And so for me to be able to be in a situation where I can tell people the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it, having come up through that, this is not just idealistic thinking for me. I believe it. I've seen people come up.
Mm-hmm.
I've come up in many ways myself. I've been able to travel and coach and talk to people about many different things. So if you get into the process, if you set the goal and let the process be what it needs to be happy in the present. The full manifestation of what it is you truly desire, what you truly deserve, it will manifest. It will come to you. It will take on the form of what it is,
Yes.
that it will take on flesh and dwell among us. That's why, and I'm thankful that when you made that statement about what the gentleman sold you at the Whole Foods, our words are building us up or tearing us down. And so we can't even afford to joke around with people and say, "Oh man, if hard times are happening outside, I can't agree with that. That's
No.
not what I deserve. I don't accept that. But I do accept
No.
the blessing of happiness now, the blessing of joy right now, wisdom, peace, all the things that make living beautiful. I accept those things now for myself, my family, my friends, everybody connected to me. So when I say the life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it, or if I say the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it, what I'm saying is I'm prophesying to you that the beauty, the joy, the love, the abundance, the prosperity, the wealth, the good health, the total wholeness of things, the nothing broken, nothing missing of things, is for you and your family. It's for me and my family. It's for us. It's for us to enjoy. There's so many people who will try to take that from you. I had to sit down with myself and realize that I had been poisoned. I allowed myself to get poisoned in the process. I nearly missed the manifestation because I was so busy, like I said, either harping over the past or living in the future, but
Mm,
disrespecting the present. And
mm.
there's no blessing in that. There's no blessing in that. And so I want you to be encouraged. If you can hear our voices that's under the sound of my voice right now, I want you to know that when I say again, the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. I want you to hold on to that. Let that be the thing that drives you in 2021. It's gonna be some things that happen that sometimes seems unfair. And you can't allow yourself to get taken by what's unfair. You can't allow yourself to become a part of what's wrong. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. You have to be at peace with the fact that there's going to be a process that you're going to be required of you to go through to realize the goals that you set forth in order to see the manifestation of those goals. But the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And you're going to see people try to tell you that you're a little too high minded or this, that, and the other. You're gonna have critics and criticisms. But again, the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And then sometimes you may not always feel like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I'm thinking too much. And then people would even try to bully you with God and say God doesn't want you to do that. God's not into that. But the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And you are a living prophecy. You are a walking prophecy. You are so special that God created you in his own likeness and image to go take care of some business that only you can take care of. So your
Mm.
critics and their criticisms are pointless because they don't know what your true assignment is. But the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And if I had cars to give you all, it would be a different statement. And you get a car and you get a car and you get a car. Not yet. It's coming. It's
Let
coming.
me know when you start handing out the Teslas.
Yeah, that's coming. I'm gonna do that. Believe that. I come in.
I want to show
I'll
up.
make sure you get my ship to Houston. Um,
Thank you.
but just keep it real. Like this is when you come to places like this, come to meetings like this is an environment where dreamers can just let loose and just be free and just think about. You can think about anything you want to think about. Let me do this really quickly. I hadn't even thought about doing this.
Hmm.
Let me do this really quickly. This is something I do a lot in
Okay.
coaching, in seminars. It's I call this the visualizing your ideal life. Now, obviously, I have everybody here now. I don't have to worry about anybody driving the car right now. Hopefully, I don't have to worry about anybody uh, flying a plane, operating a forklift, or anything like that. So I got your attention. And if you are doing those things right now, I'm gonna ask you not to do those things or wait till after you finish to do this. But I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine yourself pre-COVID in an IMAX movie theater with a screen that's larger than life. And I want you to see coming onto the screen the life of your dreams, the things that you desire, the things that you want to see manifest. Like I said, it could be whatever you want it to be. It could be walking hand in hand with your soulmate. It could be a new debt-free car, a new debt-free home. It could be traveling to a exotic location. Whatever it is that you see fit, allow that movie to play out from your mind's imagination, from your mind's movie theater, which is your imagination. Watch it play out onto the screen. And I want you to just get involved in it, get engulfed in it. Allow it to allow yourself to feel it. Feel how good it feels to put your feet in that sand. Feel how good it feels to get out of that car. Feel how good it feels to walk through that home. Feel how good it feels to hold your soulmate's hand. It could be something that people say you can't have or say it's impossible. It could be somebody out there who hears my voice. It may be somebody told you you can't have children. See yourself with your children. This is your opportunity to see life as you want it, regardless of what a doctor may have said, regardless of what a naysayer may have said, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what the news says. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. Now, as this image is playing out onto the screen, I want you to hold on to it. Keep your eyes closed. Hold on to that vision and just repeat after me. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. The life of my dreams is absolutely wonderful and I deserve it. You can go ahead and open your eyes. What I want you to do is write down what you just saw, how it made you feel. And every time you think about the goals that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to manifest, I want you to say out loud, the life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. And I want you to get used to hearing your voice saying to the things that you love, and the things that you want to manifest, that the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. Because what I believe in 2021 is that the dreams are going to manifest. I believe that those dreams are going to manifest. I believe the process is going to be quicker. But you have to be in position. And how you stay in position is that you don't allow yourself to get bogged down with what's going on around us. You have to create the image that you want to manifest for yourself. So that means you take some time, you get quiet, you go hang out by yourself, you chill, you do what you got to do. And you tell yourself the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. You see that image in your mind, you let that image play out in your head. And you keep telling yourself that the life of your dreams is wonderful. As I would say it to myself, the life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. And maybe you don't believe it right now. I believe it for you. So that'll jumpstart you. So you got somebody who's in your corner. I'm in your corner. I'm in agreement with you for the life of your dreams because the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you on that one. It's too much. It's too many beautiful things that go on in this world for us not to enjoy it. There's too many wonderful things that can happen for you. There's too many miraculous things that can happen for you. I believe that when you speak that word over your life, you open yourself up for miracles. You open yourself up for healing, for financial increase, for uh, just just the things that you want to see manifest, debt deliverance, everything. I believe that those things are part of the life of your dreams, which is wonderful and you deserve. And that word deserve. Let me tell you where that word deserve comes from. That word deserve means it's from an old French word pronounced désavir. And the word désavir means to serve devotedly. So when I tell you that the life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it, I'm telling you that the life of your dreams has come to serve you devotedly and you deserve to be served by your dreams. I'll say it again. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And it means that the life of your dreams has come to serve you devotedly and you deserve to be served devotedly by your dreams. So that means the nightmare ends. Tonight, the nightmare ends. We will not take the nightmare into 2021. We will not take the nightmare past this moment here. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. And I don't care what's going on. I don't care what your bank account says right now. I don't care what anything says. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. you can dictate the pace of what goes in your bank account. You can see money come into your bank account. You can see big money come into your bank, big money, like large money, come into your bank accounts, into your business accounts. You can see your debts being paid in full. You can see your children going to college debt free if they want to go to college, or you can see yourself starting their businesses debt free. The key to life is being free. The life of your dreams is wonderful. You deserve it. And so that for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I think about people living the life of their dreams, it really inspires me. I tell this to my wife all the time. Like, I really want all I've ever really wanted in life was to see people happy. Period. And so sometimes I took that burden on myself, but now I've learned how to just assist people in finding what makes them happy. Now I may not be the person to hand you a huge bag of money, but I can empower you to make yourself electrifying and attractive to the things that you want. That's one of the hallmarks of my coaching. That's one of the hallmarks of my speaking career is that I enjoy magnetizing you for the things that you want. That affirmation that I gave you right there, that is my trademark. It is a prophecy for you to speak over your life. The life of your dreams is wonderful and you deserve it. You internalize it by saying the life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. And when you say I, that includes everybody connected to you. But I guarantee you, it gives you an advantage moving forward. I want to see people live a life of their dreams. I want to see people, come call me up and say, I watched your Manifest Destiny mini conference just before the end of 2020, and I can tell you right now, I am so thankful for it. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for just being able to say that out of my mouth because I know what it does. I can tell you that just 2 hours ago, I did not feel like doing this. But when I talk about the life of my dreams, when I talk about life, people living the life of their dreams, it just it lights me on fire. And then to bring on Amira and have her talk about gratitude because it's something that she's been my coach through the years for helping me to transition out of some rigid thoughts I had. And so I'm thankful for this opportunity to be here with you. And on that note, I want to ask you, Amira, is there anything else you wanted to discuss before we get out of here? Because I did promise to get you out of here sooner.
No, I think that this has been an amazing blessing, and like you said, the I can't wait for those things either. Sometimes you've given you've given us something to hold on to. And like I say, us, you, me, everybody watching, everybody participating, you've given them something to hold on to and not something that's not theirs. You connected it so personally. The life of my dreams is wonderful and I deserve it. You know, so I really there's not this is the Manifest Destiny conference brought to you by Myles W. Miller, Mr. Phenomenal. And I think that there's nothing that I could put a cap on that. Now, if this was brought to you by Amir, maybe I could put a cap on it. But no, you have given us the motivation and the mantra that we need going into 2021. So I just thank you for sharing your platform with me, giving me an opportunity to share my voice. I hope that maybe some of the things, I hope that people grab a gratitude partner at the very minimum at the beginning of 2021. And hopefully they can, more days than not, share some points of gratitude with someone. And hopefully a lot of those will be because they're living the life of their dreams, because they were made clear, put on notice, prophesied over by you to say that they deserve it. So thank you for powering through. And thank you for being the man that I know you to be a decade ago. How about when I met you, you were just a man, Myles, and now you are the father, the husband. Um, and you know, when you were saying the life of your dreams, I was saying, gosh, wasn't it but a dream, you know, to be someone's husband years ago when we first met? You know, isn't it? It's somebody's dream to be called daddy or pops or father, you know? So you are manifesting so much, and I see so many manifestations that you have already created in your life. And so I'm a witness, you know? And it feels good. It feels good to be a witness of somebody that is manifesting their dreams and manifesting their destiny, uh, because you have. You have. I bear witness to you um, doing that. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's quite an honor. Like I said, I appreciate you. Like I said, there was times where I had just the thoughts I had were so rigid that I boxed myself out of my own destiny. And that was where you came in. You challenged me. Sometimes you said stuff I didn't like hearing. And, but you've never been one to bite your tongue. And I think that those are things that helped me get the process going, because I was in a place where I was getting stagnant. And here we are today, and I'm thankful to be able to be in a position where, I can just say, hey, thank you. A lot of times people don't go back and tell the people that helped them, thank you, or they don't, acknowledge the people who made sure that they stayed locked and loaded on their process, on their goal to get to the point of manifestation. And that was always you, and I'm very appreciative of that. And again, you know, um, I'm looking forward to doing this thing live in person. I know that, like I said, tonight was just we had to get it done, because I can tell you that there were so many things that were coming against me to try to, get me not to do it. I had to do this, and I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for everybody who's going to hear this, and I'm thankful for, you know, being a family man now. I'm thankful for my wife and children now, because like you said, when you met me, those are things I was looking for. I was trying to, put things in order. And so, one, even though it may not always look like how we want it, as far as like the timing, as far as
the person,
yeah,
what we thought was going to occur,
and thank God it did not happen the way we
thank God
envisioned it, right? Thank God it did not happen the way we envisioned it. Because
that's a whole nother conference, isn't it?
The life of your dreams is wonderful.
The conference about
you sit there like, oh my God, how do I get here? But and how do I get out of here?
Yes.
Like just biting your arm.
Yeah. Like I said, some things we thought we wanted.
But yeah, I'm so thankful for you.
Because I definitely remember some conversations with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If not for God.
I'm glad it turned out how it turned out.
Yes, indeed.
I'm glad it turned out. That's when you gotta when you manifesting, always say on your prayer, this or something better, Lord. Always put, I really want this.
Like, I'll take something better.
Or something
how about
better.
That? I'll take something better from the jump. Let's not even go through the process of that.
Yeah.
But Amir, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Tell the people how they can keep in contact with you.
Ooh, people, hit me up. Okay, Amira Shaw on Facebook. AmirahShaw. I'm not on there that much, but you can join me. Amira's Views on Instagram. So it's Amira's AMIRAH _S _ views on Instagram. and Amira's Views no underscore on Clubhouse, and Amira's Views no underscore on YouTube. Content coming soon to you. Um, I just like to keep it real. I like to it's my platforms are Amira's Views because what I have learned is this is the way I think. These are my thoughts. These are the processes that I think. As Myles told you, I challenged him on some things. Um, doesn't mean that Myles thinks how I think now. Absolutely not. But I think that when you get another point of view, it can expand your thought process. So that's why I
Absolutely.
share them. Not for you to think like me, not for you to be like me, just for you to uh, spark some things in your mind. So, you know, follow me on my platforms. I follow you back, actually. So let's do that.
Well, I'm again honored that you were able to be here with us tonight. I know it's short notice. I do apologize about that, but everything in divine timing usually just works out as it ought to, right?
Absolutely.
So,
I'll
oh,
listen. If I could ever be there for you, as you have been there for me, you've come through in many a clutch. So if I can ever be there for you, the answer is always yes. If I ever say no, it must be something going on. So
yeah, we're gonna send it.
no.
We're gonna send some help for you at that point. I know something's off.
Exactly. Thank
Wink one
you.
time. Let us know you're okay. Wink twice. I know something's wrong. So again, we appreciate you, Amir, for being here with us, and thank you for helping me put together the 10-year anniversary of the Manifest Destiny conference with this mini conference, and we're going to do this live next year. I believe that we're
Okay.
going to be able to, probably a smaller gathering, but we'll be able to be around each other, and we'll do this live, and I think it'll be great. But until then, people, I am Myles W. Miller. I am thankful for this moment. Um, I want to thank my wife Cassandra for giving me the time and opportunity to do what I do. Because actually, if you don't have people around you who don't respect what you do, you can't really do it. And so I'm thankful for my wife and my family. Everybody who's going to hear this recording, I really appreciate you taking the time to just listen. Maybe I'm presenting some ideas that you may not be able to accept. Maybe I'm presenting something to you that you're ready for, but I just thank you for listening. And so, with that in mind, I pray that 2021 is a very prosperous, abundant, and just mind blowing year. I'm praying for peace, for healing, for wholeness, for uh, I'm praying for your immune system. I'm praying that your immune system is stays strong and uncompromised, both spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and physically. I'm praying that you just seize every opportunity that's yours. If it's not yours, don't hold on to it. Let it go. And if it is yours, get it. And I pray that your discernment to know the difference between the two is even sharper in 21. Pray for your families. I pray that that there's peace in your homes and prosperity, and that there's the bickering stops, and that there's people living their dreams, people wanting to live their dreams, people wanting to talk about their dreams, and partnerships and divine doors being open, and connections and resources. And if it's a stimulus check, I don't care where the money's coming from. I just see money coming to you, and I want you to get it. Just get what's yours. Don't leave anything on the table this year. And with that in mind, people, I love you. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.